Hello, guys. Welcome once again to Sports Fans Arcade. We'll bring to you fans' reaction before, during, and after every game. Today, Arsenal hosted Leicester City, and Arsenal defeated Leicester City 4 goals to 2. And I have a friend here who watched today's game and he's going to tell us what he feels about today's game. M.K.O, Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. Your take?
That's an awesome game. The game is a very nice game for Arsenal because I was actually expecting a close encounter between the Leicester City side and the Arsenal, but it was a turn of the table. The Arsenal side did well, apart from the own goal and their own very good. That's Leicester City. I don't really see any sign of the Leicester side being very competitive in the match, but I was very happy Arsenal came to the party. They did what they needed to do, and we got the points we expected to get, or that we needed to get for today. So it's a good game for us, and it's a plus for us that we are 6 points ahead, comparing our start of the season here to that of last season, which was very shambolic, and we're moving on a very fast track these days. So let's just gather the momentum now that we're at it. Then let's see what we can do as the season progress.
Gabriel Jesus scored 2 goals today and is on tally with Erling Haaland. Unfortunately, Haaland did not score goals today. What do you feel about his 2 goals today?
When you look at the people Gabriel Jesus plays around, you see he always come with the goals, and he's a striker who does not really like to sit on the neck of the 5 and 6 player. So he's always roaming around the box yard, so he's likely to get even more or better goal average than Erling Haaland. So he's a fantastic player, and I will always be crowned with goals, because all of his efforts around the box should be rewarded with goals. So he got his 2 goals today. He should have even gotten a hat-trick, but fortunately he wasn't able to convert the other chances. So it's a good game for him, and I'm happy he has opened his Premiership account goals, so he can just pick up from there and become a great player for Arsenal.
Do you see him as one of the top scorers this season?
Of course, because when you look at the Arsenal setup now, we're trying to find a point man, a pivotal man in the attack, and we've gotten him. We've had Eddie Nketiah, and these 2 guys can always work together. Seeing Gabriel Jesus as a top striker this season is possible because he's not new to the league and he knows how to get his goals. So with time and the deep inform of some other players, so he can always be a top notch for us, and he can win the golden boot, because when you compare the chances of other strikers in the league, compare Erling Haaland, compare Darwin Núñez and the likes of them, so you see most of them would take time to adjust and to know the league better. So he's been here, he's done it before, so he can always improve on his previous seasons in the league. So he has an edge to win the golden boots. So he's there.
There was a penalty call for Leicester City, where Vardy came in contact with Ramsdale, and initially the referee gave it out as a penalty, but later the VAR reversed it, the whole thing. Do you feel that that was a penalty?
Actually, in the previous season, when you compare the decision that has gone against Arsenal to what the VAR, the referees, and the third assistant referee, when you look at what they do these days, they take their time to review some decision, because in the previous season they probably would not look into it. They just give it is given. Nobody is going to check anything, and nobody is challenging anybody for anything. So I think it's a good decision. The entire people, the entire officials officiating the game and controlling the game were able to look into the foul critically, because it's controversial, fine, but you have to look at what it requires for the penalty to be given or for a foul to be given. You look at you consider the situation, then look at what preceded the foul. So if it's worth it, you give it. If it doesn't worth it, I think a lot of decision has gone against Arsenal in the previous season. So it's a good one for us today, and the decision, I think, is right, because he got the ball before the foul against Vardy. That would definitely have been a straight penalty if he had gotten only Vardy without touching the ball, without having contact with the ball. So it's a good one for Arsenal, and it's a good one for the VR manager. So they've done very well for the decision.
6 points, 6 points in the bag. Do you still Arsenal maintain this momentum to the end of the season? Because in the previous seasons, Arsenal has been found wanting towards the end of the season, and fatigue and diminishing return normally sets in towards the end of the season. Do you see this Arsenal team having that mental strength to continue like this towards the end of the season?
Before you define mental strength in football, you have to look at the depth of the team, and you have to consider what they've got beyond their first team. So when you look at this Arsenal setup now, you see we've got some depth in the team. So that's the only thing that keep most teams going. So if you have depth and you can maintain the rotation of the team, it's a good luck to you. Even when the fatigue sets in, you can always rotate the team and bring in some other players who has a good quality that can always replace the ones that are down or that are deep in form and all of that. So I think with what we've got at our disposal, we should be able to get through the hard time in the season. So we should be up there.
Fantastic. Arsenal should be up there today. Man United and Brentford City. Brentford City whitewashed Manchester United. What do you think is the problem of Manchester United? New coach, the same old problem.
Well, I would not have loved to say anything to this Manchester United side. You cannot call them Manchester United again. You know that. It's an offense now to call Manchester United Manchester United. You can simply call them Manchester divided, because there is no any atom of unity in that team. When you look at the board, you look at the coaching crew, you look at the players, they don't play like a team. So there's no point calling them Manchester United. I think they deserve to be called Manchester divided right now, because they are not playing like a team, they are not playing like a unit. And if you want to win any football match, you have to play like a team, you have to play like a unit, you have to carry yourself along, you have to cover for yourself where there's lapses. You should not take the blame to your player directly when the ball is still going on. Everybody have to work hand in hand. This is a team, but the Manchester side are not doing they are not doing all of this. Fine, the coach is new to the league. Some players have been there, they've been there, they even know the league better than the coach. So you can always come up with advice, you can always come up with tactics even for your coach. Whether play in the grassroots, we know all of these things are. There are times you let the coach know, coach, we know this team better, this is what they play, this is what we should use. Okay, if you think it will be bad, we will adopt your system, let's do this for so time. Then in the long run in the game, if you see the game is going none of them is doing all of these things. They were just there wondering about how I cannot even, I don't have an adjective to qualify their performance these days, because they don't look like a team, and they are really annoying the way they play now. You cannot be conceding 4 goals, not just for any out team, from Brentford. Fine, Arsenal lost to them because we were depleted last season, because we had suspension, because we had injury issues. This is a complete squad of Manchester United. What do you call that? How do you describe that? This is shambolic. I cannot get my head around this. First half 4-0, no action, no reaction, no reflection, nobody's doing anything. The only person that is acting like this thing is really getting to his bone, his bone marrow, his bone marrow is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been there jumping, slam. Come on, guys! You guys are being paid. You are being paid for this. You should be doing better. They deserve, as in the fans deserve better. I don't know if it's from the players, or the players has been spoken to not to play in certain ways. I don't know, but they are not just performing up to standard these days. They are not performing up to standard. So I'm really sorry for them. This should just be called Manchester divided until they found their way back, I think.
Don't you feel that everything boils down to the coach's tactics or selection?
Well,
Because today Manchester United played three midfielders, less defensive midfielder.
well, if you look critically into the team, that's why I brought out the idea of knowing a team better than the coach. You cannot be playing and you see a Manchester City side, you see a Liverpool side, you see a Tottenham side, and you want to play all out from the back all the time. It's not possible. That was what Brentford capitalized on. They capitalized on it. The J played like an amateur today. I'm very, very angry with his performance today because I don't know why a goalkeeper of his caliber will see one, two, three attackers on his own players and you still want to pass to them. Who does that? Now you made the first error by passing the ball to someone who an opposition player was closer to. He returned the ball to you and you saw clearly somebody chasing down your own player and you are still passing to the player. How do you want him to breathe? He can't breathe, he can't move. And this person, this is somebody who uses left and there's no way for him to turn to right. The only thing he wanted to do for the second goal was just to turn to give the pass, and that person knew what actually he wanted to do, and he got the ball. So if you are playing, I think the whole team, I don't know, I don't like to use abusive word or aggressive language for people, but they are not just playing up to standard. Honestly speaking, they all need to just go back, ask themselves and resolve any issues they are within themselves, because their next match now I think is Liverpool. If they lost to Liverpool, I bet you every other team will watch the clip of their first three games and they want to use all the performance, all their tactics, they want to use everything against them. So they really need to wake up from their slumber. Otherwise, there are 5 goals, as in -5 right now as we speak. So it's bad for them. They should just try to do something. I understand we had that issue last season. We considered like 8 goals after our third game. I hope they don't consider them concede that much. So, and I hope they come back. And if they cannot find their way back, good luck to them. They should go to relegation and come back next season or 2 seasons time. I don't know.
Yes, if Man U refuse to find their way back, they should come. They should go to relegation and come back next season. That was the submission of M.K.O. M.K.O, thank you very much, and hope to see you again tomorrow when Chelsea host Tottenham. Baka, Modro. Thank you very much, and my name is K Banti, a regular host. Today I'm reporting live from the Emirates Viewing Center of Berlin, Ikoyi there, or Berlin. My name is K Banti, your regular host. If you know you are new on our channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, comment, and also put on the notification bell for more quality updates just like this. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful night rest.